back at it again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G. I haven't not uploaded in like 2 weeks, bro. But now I'm back with the content. So I was supposed to drop some vids yesterday, but like the Michael Jackson vid that I was trying to do was copyrighted, so I had to scrap the vid. Seems like every single time I do a Michael video, it's always something. Like I had done another video a long time ago, weeks, like a month ago or something like that. And I guess when I was trying to record, when I finished the video, it didn't even show my face or something. So I'm like, bro, wow. So I gotta scrap that long video. But now we back with the content. So today we're gonna react to Michael Jackson's albums ranked. Let's get right into the video. Y'all thought that y'all was gonna hit me with an ad and I was gonna listen to it? Yeah, okay.
The greatest performer to set foot on this earth. With him still having the best-selling album of all time, his legacy isn't going anywhere. Before his untimely passing in 2009, he left us with 11 studio albums, with 2 posthumous albums following after his death. But what is his best album?
Guess we have to see what he feels. Damn, that shit loud as hell. God damn, let me turn this shit down. Shit loud. Hold on. Let's see what he ranks these albums at. Let's see.
Well, despite my last music video getting copyright claimed, it reignited my whole love for music, and I feel that if I'm going to go on this whole music saga, I should start by talking about the musician that ignited that flame in me. The king of pop, soul and rock, Michael Jackson. This video is my opinion, okay? If you disagree, that's amazing, we can discuss that. But just remember, this is my list, not yours, or Rolling Stone, or some other magazine music.
You're not wrong though, this is his list. We just came here to listen, so let's see.
Magazine, I don't know. So, for an album to qualify for this list, it has to be completely original. So no compilation albums like This Is It and Number Ones. They won't be here. This would leave us with 13 albums. Also, none of these albums are bad at all, apart from one. So I'm not going to be hating on them. I've basically had to choose from the best of the best. Let's go. Number 13, Michael. So after Michael Jackson's passing, his record label saw that he had a massive
posthumous album.
catalogue of unreleased songs. So in order to please the fans and their own wallets, they decided that they wanted to create 10 posthumous albums. With
This
Michael
chair
being the
makes too
first
much noise.
In 2010. As you can see from the length of this list, this plan did not come into fruition. Michael contains songs that were presumably recorded in the years after his 11th album, Invincible. The reason why I can't put Michael any higher on this list is due to the fact that 3 songs on this album weren't even sung by him. Allegedly. Sony, don't sue me. Although tracks like Hollywood Tonight, Behind the Mask, Best of Joy and Hold My Hands are great songs, Breaking News, Monster and Keep Your Head Up weren't even sung by MJ. It was sung by an imposter called Jason Malachi. I'm not gonna go into the...
I just don't understand why they would do that. It says the phony songs aren't even bad at all, and Jason is a very talented singer, but it was wrong for him to try and pass himself as the king of pop. He definitely ain't no king of pop. It's only Michael Jackson.
Whole drama, but I'll link some videos in the description that will go into more detail on this album. Despite the good songs here, I can't put an album with phony tracks any higher. Number 12, Escape. Escape was the second posthumous album made, and it's basically everything that the previous album, Michael, wanted to be. It contained 9 original unreleased songs.
I like one song on this album, Slave to the Rhythm. I like that song.
King of pop, taken from all eras of his life. What made this album quite special is that the song's beats were completely redone, and it was just the vocals that stayed the same. This was presumably done to make the song sound more modern and finished, because many of these weren't. I really like this album. There are some good songs, my favourites being A Place of No Name, Do You Know Where Your Children Are and Slave to the Rhythm.
Yeah.
Although I enjoyed this body of work, I can't put it any higher because I don't feel comfortable with ranking it so high when the artist was dead and had no say on the album. Number 11, Blood on the Dance Floor. So this may shock some of you, as not many people count this as an actual studio album, mainly due to most of it being compiled of club mixes. However, there are 5 original songs here that don't appear on any other album. These include Blood on the Dance Floor, Morphe, Superfly Sister, Ghost, and Is It Scary? And they are
I like
all great songs.
I like the song Ghost. Music video cool too, cause you know they had the song on the Wii. Yeah, I remember the choreography, the dance.
Blood on the Dance Floor and Ghost are easily the best, with both of them actually getting well-made music videos, especially Blood on the Dance Floor. The vocals were amazing, you can really tell the efforts that went into that song. I don't care for the club mixes, that's not my thing, but check out those 5 songs. It's basically like listening to an EP. At number 10 we have Michael Jackson's first studio album, released way back in 1972, Got to Be There. This was made during the Jackson 5 era. The higher-ups at their label, Motown, obviously saw Michael's star potential, which is why they pushed his solo career so early. For a debut album, it's great. It does have that early Motown feel to it. However, for me, it feels like another Jackson 5 album. Michael was pretty much the lead singer of the group, so if any of these songs were released under the Jackson 5 name, no one would have questioned it. There are some standout songs like Ain't No Sunshine, Rockin' Robin, and Got to Be There, but I always see these songs on Jackson 5 compilation albums, so I don't think I can grant this body of work a higher spot. It's a great first album, but his following albums were just better, which is a good thing. We love to see growth. Number 9, Music and Me. This was Michael's third solo album, and it's solid. But like the last album, it just felt like another extension of the Jackson 5. Apparently this wasn't even his fault, it was the record labels. This was the last album to feature Michael as a boy soprano because of puberty. Some standout songs include Music and Me and Morning Glow. Number 8, Forever Michael makes it to the 8th spot. It was great to hear Michael's new matured voice, but with the restrictions bound to him by Motown, this probably isn't his best work. Dapper Dan and We're Almost There are some of my standout songs. 7, my favourite Motown era MJ album is Ben, mainly because of the one song, Ben. It's such a beautiful record, it won him a Golden Globe, and it was Michael Jackson's first #1 hit. The Greatest Show on Earth, What Goes Around Comes Around, and Jackson's cover of My Girl are also great songs on the album. Number 6, okay, so now we're finally...
What, bro? Dangerous is my favorite album. That's my #1 favorite album. He ranked it at number 6. Hey, it's his opinion though. But this is my #1 favorite Michael album, Dangerous. And I'm trying to get that Dangerous, like that hoodie, so I can wear it to like the theaters next year for the Michael biopic. But yeah, this is my favorite Michael album. I probably told y'all like I made an old video back then about my favorite Michael album, favorite song.
On the adult era of MJ. Dangerous was Michael Jackson's first album in the 90s, and it's safe to say that he started the decade off with a bang. Like the 2 albums that preceded.
Cause like you got New Jack Swing with it, you got R&B, you got pop, all mixed together in one album. He like changed his sound up, like from his older production, like his like Thriller, Bad, like those albums. It didn't sound anything like Dangerous. Dangerous was like upbeat. It had the hip hop, the New Jack Swing, the R&B, the pop. You know what I mean? So
this body of work is a blend of different styles and genres, which means it can be enjoyed by anyone. There's some pop, R&B, and soul here. Although it's not as varied and groundbreaking as some of MJ's other albums, MJ still came through with classics like Remember the Time, Jam, Dangerous, and Black or White.
Like all of those are songs that I enjoy, that I can listen to, because it's just that's why I say I like the album, because I can go back and listen to like at least 5 to 6 songs. In the Closet, Dangerous, Who Is It, Remember the Time. Like there's a lot of hits on that album. That's why I enjoy it the most.
It's an amazing album, and it just goes to show how hard it is to rank the King of Pop's work. Like, I'm literally ranking perfection. Number 5, Michael Jackson literally made history with this album, pun intended. History is a great album, and I really enjoyed it because I felt that MJ really made a statement. There's songs like Money, which is an allegory for how corrupt the music industry is. There's They Don't Care About Us, which directly addresses racism in a more serious tone
Yeah,
than
they don't really care about us. Yeah, it has like a really deep message to it.
Black and White, and even has some global warming awareness with Earth Song. Michael was way ahead of his time. Little Susie is perhaps the creepiest Michael Jackson song ever. Scream featuring Janet Jackson and This Time Around featuring Biggie Smalls are probably two of the most iconic collaborations of all time. And the song history is
that choreography is crazy. The one with Janet Jackson in it, with his sister.
a great song to celebrate the King of Pop's legacy. This is probably the most controversial pick on this list. My fourth favourite Michael Jackson album is also his most underrated and most unappreciated album, Invincible. The reason why this album goes under the radar for many is due to its lack of promotion. Jackson had a lot of drama with Sony, of whom he was signed under. This was primarily an R&B album, and though the genre was mainly dominated by much younger artists at the time, Michael was still able to create a solid piece of work. It just goes to show that he was literally the king of anything. He could do anything and master it. His voice in these songs also sounded very raw, which goes to show that he never needed auto-tune. My favourite songs on this album are Heaven Can Wait, Rock My World, You Are My Life.
You Rock My World is my favorite Michael song though, so yeah.
Don't Walk Away, and Threatened. If you are a casual MJ fan, listen to this album now, as you probably haven't heard most of these songs. Now we're down to the final three. The third place goes to
Bad or Thriller.
Off the Wall. It was Michael Jackson's first step into becoming a solo star and a global phenomenon. Trust me, this album did not disappoint. It's a pure disco album. Many critics even cite this body of work as the last of the disco era. And if this is true, MJ truly ended it with a bang. Apart from the song She's Out of My Life, you can dance to all the records here. Honestly, if you want to have a feel-good time, just put on a number of these records. Rock With You, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Off the Wall, and Working Day and Night remain solid classics to this day. Did Michael do anything revolutionary with this album? No. But he showed a mastery of his craft.
There is some hits that he created on that album, so yeah.
And it was a great send-off from his roots in Motown. 2, Thriller. This is a perfect album, like there's literally nothing wrong with it.
Most selling album of all time.
Is it the longest album? No. But did it need to be? No. There's a reason why this is still the best-selling album of all time. Yep. MJ's goal for this album was to reach a much larger audience, and he did this by incorporating aspects of funk, pop, and rock. He even paid homage to his disco past. With this album, Michael truly cemented himself as a mainstay in the music industry. As well as it being an amazing album, it also produced the first music video on MTV that included a black man, which was another massive achievement. Honestly, all the songs are my favourite. However, if I had to pick, Thriller, Billie Jean, Beat It, and The Girl Is Mine, featuring Beatle alumni Paul McCartney, are my favourites. And number one, the top spot goes to, well, it's obvious, it's Bad. I feel that this was the album that really proved Michael Jackson was the king of pop, rock, soul, R&B, and all genres. This body of work improved on everything, in my opinion. More songs, more collaborations, and more variety. No two songs here are the same. Every track on this album is a classic, from the widely popular Bad, the rock-heavy Dirty Diana, soulful Man in the Mirror, the edgy Smooth Criminal, to the less-known hits like Just Good Friends featuring Stevie Wonder. Skipping a song on this album would be a sin. Listen to it now. All the songs here are my favourite. It's not only my favourite MJ album, but it's my favourite album of all time. I would just be repeating myself if I praised it even more. This was my list for the top Michael Jackson.
Alright guys, that was me reacting to Michael Jackson albums ranked. Y'all tell me what y'all want me to react to next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.